It is 8:30 p.m. on the west coast of the United States. It is 0330 GMT. It's cBas After Dark, and it's Game Show Tuesday for the 12th of May, 2015. I've been covering the breaking news going on. There is breaking news happening right now that's actually serious. The family and friends of the Amtrak train that has derailed north of Philadelphia on its way from D.C. to New York can call 800-523-9101. In the event anybody is interested in that, perhaps we'll have time. It is 8:30 p.m. Oh my goodness, I'm repeating myself. Hold on just a moment here, because that is something that is a little bit unfortunate. There we go. Okay, now I've turned it off. Don't need to be able to hear myself echoing myself, because that's just sad and depressing. But I am keeping an eye on the Amtrak thing. I have not heard about any fatalities yet. It sounds like actually that the injury count also has gone down. So we're going to continue to take a look at that. Here's what's coming up on Game Show Tuesday. Trust me, I'm a game show host. Something new. It's actually kind of I don't know if it's currently still on or if it's over with. TBS is the cable network that brought this to us. The good folks at TBS that also play Conan first run. They do reruns of Seinfeld. I believe they do. Is it Big Bang Theory? They do Big Bang Theory 1 or 2 nights a week. They've also did a great game show hosted by Michael Ian Black, one of the guys who was on The State and Viva Variety and a couple of other shows of that sort of cluster core of actors and comedians. Michael Ian Black, you may know him from Twitter or just other things he's been in. Also, D.L. Hughley, who I know from Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, but it's a really great sort of modern game show, and where they try to bullshit contestants. The two try to lie and say things that are not true, and if the contestant goes for the lie, then they lose money, or if they go for the truthful statement, they win money. I'm not fully sure how it works. I've only just found out about it myself. We're going to get there. We're going to talk about some game show news. There's actually been some game show news going on as far as worldwide stuff. A game show that talk about one-upping themselves. There's a game show called Labor Games that is, I think, in the UK, maybe in this country actually, on TLC, the Learning Channel they call it. It's essentially a game show that happens for women contestants who are in labor, about to have babies, like actually pregnant to the point of being in labor. A really bizarre Japanese game show that leads to women swallowing bugs. Yeah, we had that on Fear Factor. It's not all that weird. All the news articles I've seen are like, oh, the horror of making a girl eat bugs. I'm sorry, that was like 15 years ago, true, on Fear Factor. And a really sad story of a show, I want to say it's in Indonesia, where a 13-year-old girl who has not known her mother like pretty much since she's been alive was tricked cruelly and pretty rudely. And there's a lot of online sort of reaction happening to that as well. But we're going to start with a classic game show rerun that I love more than life itself. It's called Scrabble. It is hosted by the great Chuck Woolery. You may know him from the dating game. What was it called? I don't have my phone number on the screen because I feel like we're just going to be watching game shows. But 310-776-KUNZ, 310-776-5869, if you want to make a note of the phone number. I have it up on the screen. It's not like it's a secret number. But feel free to text me in case I say something and don't know the answer to it, like love connection. It occurred to me. Also, you can tweet me here on the screen, Twitter, at Sebastian Kuntz. And if you go to youtube.com/Sebastian Central, that's where you'll see all of the previous episodes of this show, as well as the current live one. Let's get to it. Let's watch Scrabble. It's actually not just an episode of rerun of the old Scrabble game show. This is Scrabble Celebrity Teen Week. I'm not exactly sure who the celebrity teens are, but I'm sorry. This is going to be bad to the point of delicious, and it's going to be goddamn funny as well. I don't know why this is not allowing me to open link. There we go.
Today, these celebrity teens: Nicole Eggert, Danny Puncy, Scott Lemus, and Soleil Moonfry.
Soleil Moonfry.
For $10,000 for What You at Home.
Okay, I will say this. I'm going to just interrupt it before I get started, because there's a couple of things I love about Scrabble. The music and the sound effects, all original, and it's a whole sort of spectrum of music and sound effects, completely specific to this show. Many other game shows of various producer groups whether it's Reg Grundy or Dick Clark or the other ones, recycled game shows. For instance, you hear that Price is Right, boom, 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 loser sound on many game shows, like I think Card Sharks as well. So there have been series where different game shows recycle sound effects and or music. In this case, Scrabble invented its entire own spectrum of game show sounds, and I don't remember them ever being used by any of their game shows, so that's good. So Lane Moonfry, of course, we know from Punky Brewster. She's the only of the celebrity teens whose name I instantly knew what she was from in the 80s. This is from 1988. And the other thing I want to say is Celebrity Teens, the reason I felt like doing something celebrity related is it's one of the things that came up in my search, but also Jeopardy is doing a celebrity week this week, and I felt like, well, shit, good enough for Jeopardy. It's good enough for cBas Game Show Tuesday. Here we go. Back to Scrabble. I'm going to try not to interrupt too much, but count on me not being able to stop myself at times. All right, back to the show. Hopefully you can hear.
A six-letter word. The clue is it leaves a waxy buildup. It's the crossword game you've played all your life.
But never quite like this.
Here's your host, Chuck Woolery. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Charlie Taylor. Welcome to Celebrity Teen here on Scrabble. And your words sent in by Michael Bono Jr. in Iowa Park, Texas. Got a t-shirt for you, Michael. Excited because some of your favorite stars are here all this week. They're going to be playing for you folks out there in our audience. And Charlie are the first two stars. Charlie? He's Jamie Powell. He's Willie Hogan. From Charles in Charge.
Oh.
Nicole Eggert.
Hey, check her out. Nicole Eggert from Charles in Charge.
Danny Butsy.
Danny from the Hogan family, I guess it would be.
Now, Nicole, you're obviously very, very pretty. How are you?
I'm 16 now.
16. Just
Yeah.
turned 16. Driving yet?
Yeah.
You're driving?
Yeah, since January.
I'm sure there are a lot of real pretty young girls out there wondering how in the world you ever got started and what you did.
Well, when I was like really little, my mom put me in a beauty pageant, and it was on TV. And an agent called my mom and talked my mom into doing it.
And so you just started doing commercials, that kind of
Yeah,
thing?
since I was 5, I've been acting.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Gee, that's great. It's nice to have you here today. Yeah, good luck to you. Hey, Danny.
Hello?
How in the world did you get started, Danny?
Well, I was on an ugly pageant.
That was funny.
I don't know, I guess when I was 6 years old, my mom put me into it. At the time, I was really impartial what was going on.
Commercials and things like that again?
Yeah, and I started doing commercials, and then I did Not Scanning for a little while, and then I got the show, and this is what I'm pretty much doing now.
So most of us, Danny, you guys have been doing this quite a while, and you've been doing it since you were kids. It's like what you do.
I was never a kid.
Yeah, well, I can believe that. It's nice to have you here anyway. We asked our viewers to send in postcards. Names were drawn at random, but NBC's compliance and practices, I watched them draw them at random. They've kept the name secret, and those envelopes are in front of you. We'll find out who you're playing for later on today, but they're playing for somebody in our home audience. And who won the toss?
I did.
Okay, Nicole, let's go to the board. We're building on the letter E. No, we're going to build on the letter E, but I got to tell you this first. We're going to play Scrabble. Get 3 words right, go on those Scrabble sprint, $10,000 possibility, and building on the letter E. 8 letters in the word. The clue is they often put on a house coat. Now, when you think another word, hit your buzzer. Don't forget to put the move on the squares. They often put on a house coat.
They often put on a house coat.
I'll take the 10 and the 5.
P or an A?
I'll take the P, please. Or I'll take the A.
All right. First 2 positions. The next this one's worth $500. Think about this. They often put on a house coat.
I have no idea.
No?
I'll
Okay.
take 2 tiles, the 9 and the 8.
All right. And an L.
I'll take the L, please.
I can't help myself with these sound effects. They're so delicious to me.
So I'll just tell you that before you pick the 4 and drop it in. So you want to go for it?
There isn't?
No, no money.
Okay, well. Painters?
That's one.
They often put on a house coat. Painters, okay.
Okay, Nicole, back to the board. Building on the letter N in painters, 7 letters in the word. The clue is he's a flaky guy.
Yeah, okay, I'll take 2 tiles.
He's a flaky guy.
The 9 and the 5.
C and a W.
I'll take the C, please.
They work to your side. You'll see, Danny.
She is not having good luck.
I'll take the 6.
And I'll take only one because you have a W already.
Oh, yeah,
So you have a selection, M or a W, whichever one you like.
I'll pick the W.
Okay, right in the middle is $500 off early, but he's a flaky guy. Any idea? Want to take a chance?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Nope.
You have to use the M up before you can.
Oh, I do?
So,
I've only played twice.
I know.
I'll take the M.
He's a flaky guy.
Can I take the tiles?
Can I take 2 tiles now?
I'll take a 1, and I'll take a 7.
He's a flaky
A
guy.
and a D.
D.
We're clear to call only one stopper left. Take a
I'll
towel and bring
take
yourself up to speed.
An 8.
Have an A and an S.
I'll take the S, please.
Oh, I know it. Snowman.
Oh, I know that.
Good.
Snowman.
That's right. You all brought up down the line.
I'm just barely smarter than Nicole Egbert. Not smarter, faster, I guess.
You've got to be kidding. Well, you're just smoking along here. All right, going to play the rest in speed word. Hands on your buzzers.
Okay, speed word.
Letters in place one at a time. Can't give the last letter. It's up to you. Building on the letter A in snowman. 9 letters in the word. The clue is they make things tick. Ready? Go. They make things tick. They make things.
Batteries.
They make things tick. Danny.
Batteries.
Batteries. Yeah. That's it. Nicole always goes, oh. He won 500? I'll give it to him. Building on the letter I in batteries. 6 letters in the word. The clue is
Oh,
he can make a long story short.
he can make a long story short.
I was trying to tie it up. He can make a long story short.
Did my dad?
Well, punch in and see. Ready? Go. He can make a long story short. Danny.
Editor.
That's right. You got it.
Editor. If I hadn't been looking away from the screen, I probably would have gotten it.
We'll see you're playing for.
Okay. I'm playing for Marjorie Brunner.
Yeah, good luck. I believe it is Brunner. Yeah, Bruner, one of the two. Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I believe that's pronounced Eau Claire, yeah. I got a microwave oven going here. This is a real nice gift. Charlotte, Nicole, for your home viewer, you've won Hitachi's microwave oven.
Hitachi's microwave oven. All right, so I like that they're not actually playing for charity, which most celebrity weeks do. This one is actually they're playing for a home viewer that he said at the beginning was selected by NBC Standards and Practices or something.
I don't know how much money to give, man. How much do you win?
$1,500.
We'll figure that out. Okay, folks. We'll figure out who you're playing for and how much they got, and we'll do that right after this. Congratulations.
Let's just take the commercial break since nobody seems to be on the same page here. He got $1,500 coming to him because he won one puzzle on a blue space and another puzzle on a pink space.
We found out that Danny has $1,500.
Thank you.
Let's find out.
For Rachel C. Ingram, Silmar, California.
All right, got a double over this.
Silmar.
Rachel, and we're going to establish the time. We're going to next crossword try to beat that time. Once you hit your pointer, that's what stops the clock. And no stoppers. All these letters are.
All right, no stoppers in any of these words.
You play this game pretty well.
And he's got to play 3 words, and then the other person later plays the same 3 words.
Clear. Ready?
Sometimes it's clear.
O. T. S.
Sometimes it's clear.
A. Post.
No, that was tough about that first letter. You can go any place.
Did he say
The
post?
question is the coast is clear.
O.
Oh,
The coast is clear,
coast.
so we'll have to see it.
They penalize him 10 seconds for getting it wrong, in case you didn't know that.
Next word, 7 letters.
So they added 10 seconds to his score, to his time.
Go.
T. T. E.
They're bug-eyed.
They're bug-eyed.
I.
Insects.
Insect.
Yep. That's where it is. It gets under your skin.
No.
It gets under your skin.
It gets under your skin.
Go.
E. L. S.
It gets under your skin.
T. R.
Splinter.
Salad.
No, 10-second penalty, and we still can finish the word. Let's continue with the word.
Okay.
It gets under your skin.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
P. N. Splinter.
Yes.
Ooh, he's not got a good time here. He's got, I think, one more word to play, yeah.
Keep jumping. Ready? Go.
T. T.
Hopscotch.
Jumping.
C.
Something about jumping. All I heard was jumping. Because I keep talking.
C.
Keeps you jumping.
Keeps you jumping.
Hopscotch.
That's right. Now you gotta do makeup.
61.3 seconds. All right, I got to tell you, that is not a good score.
That doesn't matter. I'll tell you later.
All right.
Six letters.
Whoa, they're playing another word?
Hidden.
Okay, wait. I got to stop. Hold on. I'm talking over these clues, and I apologize for that. I'm going to back it up just so we can hear the clue. I did not realize there's a fourth word going here. Holy shit.
Jumping.
Hopscotch.
That's right. Now you gotta do makeup word. Since you're gonna make
Oh, makeup word since he messed up one. I see.
That doesn't matter. I'll tell you later.
All right.
Six letters. It can be hidden. Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
A.
It can be hidden.
T.
It can be hidden.
T.
Talent.
N.
It can be hidden.
Talent?
Yeah, that's right. 70.6 seconds.
Holy shit, a minute and 10?
You gotta stand here and face the music. 70.6, but just think how much confidence you've given everybody else. Okay, we're gonna come back and see if that time.
Now, here's the thing. I have been wrong about that before. I have said that the score that they get in the bonus game is a bad score, and they end up winning with it. So it may be that he'll win. He's adorable as hell with that little grin he's got.
Well, I guess the England from Selma, California, we have two new stars, and Charlie's gonna introduce them right now. Charlie. He's Punky Brewster. He's the kid at the ice cream parlor. From Punky Brewster, Soleil Moonfly.
Oh,
And from the movie Tough Guys, Scott Davis.
I've never heard of him or the movie he was in.
I'm great.
Oh, good. I think you look great. Yeah, I talked to your mom and dad. We talked about that yesterday and everything. Now, you've gone to camp this summer.
Yeah, it was great.
Now, what are you going to do for the rest of the summer? There's a little bit.
Go to the beach and hang out with my friends.
Where do you go to school? Do you go to school at a regular school?
I do school myself, and it's a private school, and it's great, you know. It's
Good.
fun, you know, it's not real strict.
Yeah, it's nice to have you. Good to have
Thank
you.
you.
Hi, Scott.
How you doing, Chad?
Good. Now, you've been to camp too. Everybody's been to camp.
Yeah, I went to camp with Soleil.
Oh, did you all go together?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Great. Now, are you how old again? Oh, Scott?
I'm 14.
You're 14.
Yeah.
Soon to be.
15
Thank
next
you.
year.
Funny how that just follows. I got these wonderful questions I'm going to ask, but right now we're going to find out who won the toss.
I did, she did.
Okay, so let's go to the board. We're building on the letter N. 8 letters in the word, and the clue is some of them never get above sea level. Ready?
Okay, I think I am. And I'll take the 8 and the 4. Thank you.
J and S. Some of them never get above sea level.
The J, please?
Stop it. Let me get through. Let's see. Scott,
I don't know.
take the tile.
I'll take tile 1, please.
T or an S.
I'll take the S, please.
First position in the word. Some of them never get above sea level.
I'll take the T, please.
$500. Scott, think about this. Some of them never get above sea level.
Oh, God, I don't know it yet.
Now take up the tile.
I'll take the 2 and the 10, please.
U and the T.
I'll take the T, please.
Some of them
And the U?
Some of them never get above sea level.
never get above sea level. Some of them never get above sea level.
Okay, I'll take the 5 and the 3, please.
And an N. And an E.
I'll take the E, please.
Oh, students.
Wow. Okay, I think I know it. Students?
That's right. Sea level means C.
Sea level, the letter C. Ah.
He was trying to get it back, and he had that stopper. Wouldn't go for it. Building on the letter S in students, so like 7 letters in the word. The clue is they're street smart.
They're street smart.
That's awful lucky. He doesn't hit stoppers very often. They're street smart.
Okay, I have the slightest idea, so I'll take the 8 and the 4.
C. B.
I think I'll take the C.
First position. They're street smart.
I don't know. I guess I'll have to take that B.
No?
I still don't know.
Okay, couple of cards.
I'm going to have to take round 5 and the 2.
Y and an E.
The E, please?
They're street smart for $500. $100, Soleil?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm left.
So you have to, before you drop that, you have to use that Y. Make sure it's not a stop.
The Y.
And unfortunately, it is a stop. So we're going to stop. They're street smart, Scott.
Cabbies.
That's right.
Cabbies. Wow.
That's two.
Ah!
Go on, Soleil. Building on the letter A in cabbies. 8 letters in the word. The clue is, it helps you speak your mind. Now, this will be $1,000 if you can figure out what this is right now. It helps you speak your mind.
I don't know.
No? Okay.
Okay, I'll take the 8 and the 4.
A U and an L.
I'll take the Allison. I don't know. I'll take the U.
They help you speak your mind.
It helps you speak your mind.
It helps you speak your mind.
Oh. Sorry. Oh,
Tell me.
God.
You didn't know
Sorry.
it?
I know it, but I didn't want to do it because of money.
Well, that's okay. If you know it, you got to tell me.
Okay, language.
That's right. Yeah, sure. You see that?
Okay, again, as we see when they're playing with stars, they let them play fast and loose with the rules. A regular player would not have been allowed to give that answer after the
No,
buzzer.
not Scott. Soleil's still behind 1-0. Scott's going for the game, so she's trying to tie it up. We're going to play the rest of this in speed word. Hands on your buzzers. We'll put the letters in place one at a time. Can't give you the last letter. Building on the letter A in language, there are 6 letters in this word. The clue is, sometimes it's a welcome change.
Welcome change.
Sometimes it's a welcome change.
Sometimes it's a welcome change.
Go.
Dimes, no.
Sometimes it's a welcome change.
Diaper?
Hey,
Diaper?
you got it. It's all tied up. Anybody's game, good luck. Building on the letter R in diaper. 7 letters in the word. The clue is, you may never see them again. Ready?
Ready.
Go.
You may never see them again.
You may never see them
Mirages.
Scott?
Mirages.
Mirages, exactly right.
Good for Scott. What's his face there? All right, so now Scott gets to go play those same 4 words that the first boy played.
You look out over the horizon on the desert, and you see all that, and you've been out there for almost, say, 5 or 6 months, and you're really thirsty and stuff, and you look out there and you see an oasis with a pool of water. It's just a mirage, see, it's not real, it's just something you're fantasizing.
Okay. Ready?
That's Lucy, that's what it is, isn't it? Just a minute, I'll get to you. Let's see what you got your envelope here.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce it. Robert J. Miller,
See, you did great.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's Milwaukee, probably. Yeah. They got a double on there, it won't matter. What'd they get? Got the microwave oven, got a nice gift one. Good job, Soleil. Getting closer every time, kiddo. Closer every time. Now you want your money? Buddy. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You only get 5, don't you? Don't think about it. $1,000 for, we'll find out who in just a minute. We'll be back.
That was pretty funny. Did he actually get the sprint round time to beat 70 seconds for 4 words?
$3,000 for Rachel Ingram. I believe that's in Selmar, California. Scott Nemus is going to find out who he's going to play for. Let's see who it is.
All right. I'm going to play for Linda Cochiola.
That's exactly right.
In, how do you pronounce it? Howard Beach.
I believe it's Howard Beach. I believe that's Howard Beach. It's supposed to be, but it looks like something else. Is it right, Howard Beach? Okay. And they got a double up there, so she's got, is that he or she? That's she's got $2,000. You're going to play the same 4 words. Your mind is rich, your plunger. That's what stops the clock. No stops. Any of these words, all the letters are good. I can say those things in my sleep. I can. All right, good luck to you.
All right, thanks.
First word, 5 letters. You got to beat 70.6.
Okay.
Sometimes it's clear.
Sometimes it's clear.
Ready?
Ready.
Go.
O. T. A.
Sometimes it's clear.
S.
Well, same thing he did.
Okay.
The word is close.
Interesting. Now that is something I was talking about a second ago. I'm stopping it so I don't talk over the goddamn thing because they both got it wrong. They're not given the last letter. They both were missing that first letter and they couldn't figure it out from the clue. So now he lost 10 seconds. Now if he messes up a second time, it'll be a really competitive game here.
The toast could even be clear.
The toast is clear.
The toast is never clear. 7 letters. They're bug-eyed.
They are bug-eyed.
Ready?
Ready.
Go.
S. E. N.
They're bug-eyed.
S. C.
Now take another letter.
T. I.
They're bug-eyed.
Insect.
Yeah, that's right. See what happens? Once that rolls over, you can't pick it again. Third word, 8 letters. That's what we're in a second. It gets under your skin.
It gets under your
Under
skin.
your skin.
Ready?
Ready.
Go.
E. T. I.
It gets under your skin.
L. R. E.
It gets under your skin.
Splinter.
That's good. 9 letters in the next word. It keeps you jumping.
It keeps you jumping. Now, I think he's got to play that 4th word also.
T. C. T.
It keeps you jumping.
S. H. Hopscotch.
That's right.
Got to do a makeup word. Okay. I think he's got it.
Can be hidden.
Danny was just clearing his throat there. Ready?
Yeah.
18.4 seconds.
Right.
It can be hidden.
Can
Go.
be hidden. E. T. N.
It can be hidden.
L. T. A.
It can be hidden.
Down.
You nailed it. 7 seconds to go.
For Linda Pasiola. I guess that is a Pasiola. Linda, you got $4,000. We're going to come back try to make 10. We'll see you in a minute.
All right, now the bonus game. That's the other thing I love about this is there's actually a bonus game because you play the regular round like the 2 contestants play, then you get to the bonus round, and this is like the extra bonus round. Only game show I know that did 2 different bonus rounds.
2 words under 10 seconds.
2 words, 10 seconds.
Pretty quick, though.
Not going to talk.
6 letters, the first one. People sometimes tip them.
People sometimes tip them.
Ready?
Ready.
Go.
C. O.
People sometimes tip them.
N. E. Q.
That's right, yeah.
Ooh, you used up 7 seconds on that, though.
Now you didn't move there. 2.8. Well, see if you can get this one.
Sure.
If you are on the right kind of vibration link, 7 letters.
7 letters.
You can break it.
You can break it.
Ready.
Go.
E. L. N.
Keep that in silence. There's just no way without it.
Silence.
It just took you too long to get that first one. So, all right, good shot at it. Got $4,000 for Linda Copachola or Copaciola or whatever it is. Anyway, Hound Beach, New York. We got $4,000. I hope you enjoy that. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Come on down.
All right, I usually watch the credits. This is a Reg Grundy production,
Get ready for some good clean fun.
and I like the promotional consideration names and Hitachi and Warren Sewell Clothing Company. Scrabble by Chuck Woolery is produced in association with Exposure Unlimited.
From the Scrabble brand software game. This is Scrabble Celebrity. Scrabble is a Reg Grundy production.
Right, so there you have Scrabble. It's possibly one of my favorite game shows just because of there's just everything about it. So it's speedy, it's zippy, it's easy to play along with. They give away good money. Usually the contestants are not morons. There's a lot to love in that game, and I'm really upset that it's not available in reruns anymore. It used to be rerun on the USA Network back in the days before the Game Show Network existed. These days you can't find it anywhere, and I think it's because Procter & Gamble, one of those outfits that owns the rights to Scrabble, maybe is it Milton Bradley maybe or something? One of the outfit that owns the rights to the actual Scrabble board game controls whether or not that game show gets to be paid and played and video reruns and stuff like that. And if they don't get enough money for the royalties, and they don't let it get played or paid or whatever. And so that's why we don't see Scrabble anywhere except YouTube. And the quality of those videos is fucking horrendous. All right, well, that's the first half hour. I enjoy the hell out of Scrabble. From everything from those sound effects, they're extremely unique. They completely assist in a very subconscious way, coloring and sort of, excuse me, brought to you by Belch Beer, completely sort of helps indicate in a nonverbal way what's going on, which function is happening, especially in the timed parts of the show where you're under the gun, under the clock, and it's very important. Anyway, I could go on and on about my geeking out about the game show channel. Let's do a little bit of game show news, and then we will watch the last thing I have to offer tonight. I don't know. I feel like I'm going early. I may have a job interview tomorrow, so I feel like on those nights I try to go early and get out early, but we'll watch a little bit more. Let's check out the news. First, the really sad story, because I don't want to end on a sad note, and so we're going to do the first sad story here first. From Metro. Oh, good Lord. I hate Google so much sometimes, and it's this software that really sucks. Cruel game show tricks. Girl, 13, is tricked into thinking she'll meet her long-lost mother. I believe they have a clip of it here. I don't think they speak English. She thinks she's about to meet her mother. This is a game show, I want to say in Indonesia. It's a guy in drag, okay? That's it. The girl's mother does not come out later. That's it. A 13-year-old Auden Allen is Cambodian. I'm sorry. A Cambodian TV's Pen Chet Ort, Like It or Not, where she cried as she regaled stories about her mom. She's not seen her mom since she was 6. The studio was tense as the show introduced her mother, which turned out to be a cross-dressing comedian. Mother's Day prank was met with nervous laughter by Autumn. One of the presenters asks, "What are you thinking? Did you think it was real?" She replies, "I don't know." Viewers are, of course, slamming the asshole producers of the show on social media, as you might expect. I mean, we've had bullshit shows. We've had cruel shows, even, to some degree, in this country and in English-speaking countries around the world. But I feel like that is some fucking bullshit. And frankly, I feel like calls for that show getting taken off the air for such a horrible prank probably ought to happen. For that matter, I feel like a lot of the outrage online is justified. Now, one thing that I saw in the comments online suggested it may be that her mother, because of all of the, to-do about all of this, actually is going to turn up. We don't know that, but I mean, it may be that because of all the hoopla worldwide about this event, the mother may end up turning up. And if there's a silver lining, that would be it, but it's really horrible. So while we're on horrible news, I'm getting news alerts coming in to my phone and my other place. You may have seen it go by on the screen. I'm not sure if the little things that go by on my ticker show up on the broadcast or not. 5 now confirmed dead in that train crash in north of Philadelphia in the Amtrak train going from DC to New York. There is good coverage, local coverage on the ABC affiliates in Philadelphia, as well as myfoxphilly.com, which is the local Fox affiliate. I don't like Fox News channel, but the local Fox stations, especially in cases of breaking disaster news like this, do a good job. So in case you're interested in itching for the latest local news regarding the 5 killed now, it's official, in the Amtrak crash in Philadelphia. That's rare. Train crashes do not often have a lot of high fatalities, and 5 is not high, I guess, but what I'd been hearing suggested the injury number, originally estimated at 50 people injured, had gone down in the hours. That can happen where you sort of overestimate the number of injured people and then people turn out to just have a scrape or something. This turns out to be as serious, if not more serious than we've heard. So that really sucks. Again, my Fox Philly, if you want to switch over to the actual news, or I understand the ABC affiliate whose channel escapes me, but you can do a search, ABC affiliate, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and it will turn up for you. So there is that. On that horrible note, we're going to kind of try and shift gears back into game showism and some slightly more cheerful news. Here's another kind of game show. It's in a couple of different... Why does this keep happening? Every time I click on something, it tries to download it instead of open it. And good old Google Chrome. We had this on Fear Factor 10, 20 years ago. If you take a look at the game shows here, Price is Right and Jeopardy, There's a new one on Fox called Bullseye. This bothers me for one reason and one reason only, because Bullseye was the name of another game show. If you've watched me here on Game Show Tuesday a lot, you know that I have watched and revere the 70s and 80s game show called Bullseye, starring Jim Lang, on this show. It's one of my old-time favorites because I used to watch it at my grandma's house when I was a kid. Bullseye. It had these giant 3 circular screens, and they're kind of done with rear projection, and it was just really kind of, I'm sure at the time that big board was highly technological, but it had no computers. It was done with slide projectors and analog everything. So it was pretty hardcore as far as the old schoolness of it. There's a new Bullseye. They can't come up with a new nickname. It's not the same game, by the way. This is a game on Fox called Bullseye that is from the people on ABC who make the big life-size mousetrap game. I think it's called Wipeout. I'm not really into that because that's too much reality TV and not enough game show for me. But anyway, back to this thing in Japan. We all know game shows in Japan can be a little wacky. Here is an example of how wacky the game can be. Eating bugs, yes. Are we going to actually see it? I guess we're going to see it here. 13-second clip. Oh, I see. You both have to put your mouth and blow the bug into the... That's pretty fucking... Oh! Wow. Okay. Well, that was that. Okay. I will say this. That was entertaining. I didn't have the audio turned on. I don't know if there was audio to go with it, but blowing it in, I mean, that added a factor I was not aware of. And I'm sorry. That was fucking hilarious. All right. Anyway, let's try to continue on here and watch the other news of game shows of the week. Let's see. Eating Bugs, Cruel Game Show. Oh, yes. Labor Games. Let's read this story from ABC News because that's pretty interesting as well. This new game show, I don't think it's going to be on ABC. I think it's going to be on TLC, the Learning Channel, or what used to be called the Learning Channel. I don't know if we're going to be able to see the story here or not. It looks like it's going to be a video, but just does not appear to be loading. Can I hit reload? Oh, is it going to go here? Oh, it was just going to go and I hit reload. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, this apparently challenges contestants as they're in labor to have their babies. You want to talk about upping the ante? Well, let's not bother with the ad that you're going to see there. But again, think about this. What a concept. One-upping the game show as only the game show can be one-upped in this country. Yes, I almost prefer watching the girls eating bugs to the women who might be in labor during the gameplay.
Hot button. That new TV game show we first told you was hot news. See, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
It's called Labor Games, and it features contestants who are pregnant and in labor, parents to be duking it out for prizes from the delivery room. ABC's Abby Boudreau has more.
Labor pains. Sure, that's what you expect when you're expecting. But labor games? Not exactly on the birth plan. Now, TLC's new game show sparking a massive outrage.
Oh, Gerald!
Taking over the delivery room and surprising couples just moments before their baby arrives for the chance to win some baby-tastic prizes.
Yes!
Jessica and Aaron Van Zeelen didn't exactly know what was in store for them.
It was kind of vague. We knew that it was a chance to win some prizes. So, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, actually, Jessica was in labor 28 hours.
Welcome to Labor Games!
Moments later, their birthing room transformed into a full-fledged game show set. Here's how it works. For every correct answer to 7 baby trivia questions, the couple is awarded loot for their bundle of joy, like baby strollers, food, and clothing. The grand prize, a $10,000 scholarship.
Wow. Yes!
That would be amazing.
It sure would.
The show has not aired, but already has many questioning whether it's gone too far. And would the cameras stop rolling if complications arise?
That was my question.
Emergencies can arise. This is one of the most important moments in your life. I think this is a really bad idea to have a camera come in at that moment in your life.
Let's see what you've won so far. $200.
I think people think we're crazy, but it was worth it.
Really neat life experience that our boy River could talk about for the rest of his life.
He's not going to remember a goddamn thing, though.
Abby Woodrow, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Okay, so there you have it. Labor Games on TLC. I don't even know when it airs because they didn't really say exactly when it was going to be on the air, did they? They just said it was going to be on TLC and it hasn't aired yet. But I don't know. Let me know what you think about this because I almost feel, as I said a minute ago, that I would rather watch the girls eating bugs on the Japanese Fear Factor show than I would watch a show with pregnant women in labor actively answering trivia questions for money for their child's their child's scholarship is what I'm trying to say. Spit out the word there, Sebastian. If I were on a game show, I would have just lost. Okay, you're watching Game Show Tuesday. I'm Sebastian. We're about halfway done. The next thing I wanted, in fact, we're 2/3 of the way done as far as what I had loaded up, but maybe we'll go for a full hour depending on how I'm not tired, so I feel like I can keep going. The next thing I wanted to do is this. It's called Trust Me, I'm a Game Show Host. And there's a rapper who participated. This is the longest clip we have on YouTube, so we're going to watch this one. And again, I will say this really fast before we start the game. Is every chance that because this is an active game show that is either on or has recently been on the air, that there may be copyright protections that pop up and make me stop airing it. So don't get too invested in this. If you do get invested in it, please know it's on YouTube and you can watch it there. But in the event it doesn't happen, let's try to watch rapper Zaire on the game show Trust Me, I'm a Game Show Host.
Welcome to Trust Me, I'm a Game Show Host, where it pays to know who's telling the truth. I'm Michael Ian Black, joined as always by D.L. Hughley. And if tonight's contestant can figure out who to trust, he can win up to $35,000. All right, let's meet tonight's contestant, Jamal. Jamal is a 27-year-old debt collector for a phone company from Detroit, Michigan. Let's get it! You know what's so funny? I bet this is the first time you ever cheered for a bill collector. That's, I'm sure you're used to people lying to you. What is some of the things you hear as a bill collector? Oh my God. And you're a bill collector for the phone company? Yeah. Because black people would just get our phone cut off and turn it on in our kids' name. So, you have a 2-year-old with a $6,000 phone bill. So, one time a customer called me and said, can you turn my phone back on? My house is on fire. I need to call 911. I'm like, you can do emergency calls without your phone being on. All right, Jamal, here's how the game works. In each round, one of us will tell you something that is 100% true. The other one of us will intentionally lie to your face. You will lock in which host you think is telling the truth. If you're right, you win some money. It's that easy. All right, Jamal, as you can see from our money ladder, our first face-off will be worth $1,000, then an additional $2,000, all the way up to $5,000 for a total of $15,000. And you can add another $20,000 in the bonus round if you're good. You will leave here with $35,000. Let's get started. For $1,000, the category is Lose Your Pants. Okay. Jamal, comic books featuring Donald Duck were banned in Indonesia until 1998 because he doesn't wear pants. Speaking of no pants, in 2005, a judge sued dry cleaners in Washington, D.C. for more than $50 million over a single pair of misplaced pants. He's a judge. He doesn't even need pants. He's got the robe. He can go commando. You know Judge Judy goes commando. You know that. Jamal, Indonesia. It's a conservative country. They don't want cartoon characters wearing tops and no pants. You can understand that. That's why other cartoon characters that have been banned in Indonesia are Winnie the Pooh, Porky Pig, and Britney Spears. And you know in this country you can sue for anything. A woman sued McDonald's for hot coffee being poured on her. So you know you can sue for anything.
Not for $50
judge,
million.
a judge, she got a couple of $1 million. But this is a judge, and you know how they overprice things, they overblow things. And he was a judge in D.C., so he probably needed the money for whatever potential indictment was given. Jamal, step around that lit podium and tell us, who do you trust?
That just sounds crazy. But you look like you lying.
But Jamal, I'm gonna look like this the entire show. I can't help the way I look.
I trust Michael.
Jamal, you trusted me that until 1998, Donald Duck was banned in Indonesia. Let's find out if you trusted the right host.
If the board lands on green, you'll have $1,000 in your trust fund.
Jamal, I'm very sorry. I did not want to do that, Jamal.
All right, let's take a look at the lie chart. Oh, Michael lied. Now we're going to be playing for $2,000. The category is... It's all about the Benjamin. At Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, they have installed a money scanner at their entrance, which can detect how much cash a person is carrying.
Speaking of getting money at all costs, in the IRS manual, there are instructions on how to collect taxes after a nuclear war. Jamal,
I don't know.
Look at me, Jamal.
I'm sure that IRS thing is false somehow. I feel sure.
Lie to you again, Jamal. You're a debt collector. You know you'll go to any lengths to get the money from people who owe you, right?
The IRS will make a payment plan for you if you lose your job. They'll make a payment plan for you if you got divorced, you get behind. How are they going to make a payment plan for you if you say, I'll get you your money when the radiation wears off? What's wrong?
This technology does not exist. For them to say whether you have a $1 bill or a $100 bill.
I believe that technology does exist, actually.
When they put you through the scanning thing, they know exactly what's in your pocket, and they have those magnetic strips in the money so that they can count exactly how much money you have. So they have the technology to decide how much money you have walking into a casino. Not that unreasonable.
In this game, Jamal, the more somebody talks, the more likely they're lying. Time is up.
That may not be true.
I know you can walk into a casino with no money in your pockets, but they all have ATMs. After you walk in the entrance, and you can get money out.
There you go, making sense, you damn bill collector.
I don't know how you can pay your taxes if everybody's dead. I think I know the answer to this one.
You're a debt collector.
I'm gonna go with
You picked me and my facts that in the IRS employee manual, there are instructions on how to collect taxes after nuclear war.
Really?
Let's find out if you trusted the right host.
If the board lands on green, you will add $2,000 to your trust fund.
Seriously? Caesar's Palace does not use a money scanner? Okay, I was wrong.
When we come back tomorrow, we'll be playing for another $3,000. Trust me, I'm a game show host.
So, a couple of things. This looks like it's heavily edited to the point where certain things are sort of clipped out and it doesn't have a very organic feel to it. Now, I like the game itself. I just feel like the editing is done in this very kind of postmodern reality show style where essentially if you happen to be watching this game show, it would not appear on TV the way it appeared if you sat in the audience live. That bothers me. Now, it's probably not something most people who aren't production minded or who've never been on a TV set or anything like that would ever care about. And that may be like me and my own personal objection that I don't think is a good way to do a game show. I don't know. But it may also be that when I pick up on stuff like that, that it actually is kind of detrimental to the flow, the sort of the naturalness. Because here's the thing, flow, naturalness, the kind of correct sequence that you feel to it. Like, for instance, when there's an edit like that type made on old game shows, like the $25,000 Pyramid or, Hollywood Squares, and stuff like that, every so often, and you'll hear the announcer even admit at the end on certain occasions, you know, a game was thrown out because an answer was inadvertently revealed, and a game was replaced, and, you know, editing what happened, or scenes not affecting the outcome of the game have been edited, that kind of thing. And when they do an edit like that, it really stops the flow of the show in its tracks. It really is very disruptive and interruptive and feels wrong. It feels like something is up, something is went wrong and had to be fixed halfway through. And is the integrity of the game any good at all, kind of a thing. All that stuff goes in my head. I don't know if it goes in anybody else's head. Let's watch the last 15 minutes or so.
Jamal has $2,000 in his custody. Now, I understand that you speak multiple languages.
Yeah. Well, you know, I speak regular English, and then I speak ghetto. So, you know, in regular English, I might say, hey, how are you doing? But I'm from Detroit, so I might say, what up, yo, what's poppin'?
Yeah. I didn't understand a word of that. Let's take a look at the lie chart. I lied the first time, DL lied the second time, so you can't trust either of us, or you can trust both of us. So now we're playing for an additional $3,000.
The category for $3,000 is Buzz Off.
Buzz Off.
When Buzz Aldrin and his fellow astronauts from Apollo 11 returned to Earth in 1969, they went through U.S. Customs.
How does that even work, TL? They go out, they're like, do you have anything to declare? Yeah, I just walked on the moon.
These rocks are from space. These rocks are from Detroit. Now get back in line.
Speaking of things that buzz, in 2012, the men of the TV show Duck Dynasty turned down a $1 million offer by Gillette to shave off their beards.
I seem to remember hearing that.
All right, now you just proved that the government will tax you in case of a nuclear attack. So you know they'll make even white people go through customs. You know that can happen.
DL, we don't. Have you seen the show Duck Dynasty?
No.
Do you know what it is?
No.
It's about a bunch of white guys with beards. That's all you need to know. Gillette offered them $1 million to shave off their beards. It's a popular thing that Gillette has been doing for a long time. A lot of people do turn it down. The very first person who they made this offer to was Abraham Lincoln. He took the offer. Look what happened to him. All right, Jamal, you've heard both facts. Tell us who.
See, there was another edit that I feel like was shitty.
I think it's DL. Because, you know, the astronauts, they may come back to Earth, bring something from outer space. So, you know.
Now you're thinking Aliens, a movie, damn it.
Okay, I got my answer. I got it. I trust.
Why is he cheering? He doesn't know if he's right yet.
And my fact that when Buzz Aldrin and his fellow astronauts returned from Apollo 11 to 1969, they went through U.S. Customs.
Yeah!
Let us see if your trust in me was well-founded. If the board lands on green, you got $3,000. All right. Show us if his trust was well-placed.
That was true? Whatever. Seriously, that seems like such bullshit.
Now we're playing for $4,000. You're doing great, Jamal. The category is Gender Bender. Jamal, all clownfish are born male, and then some change gender in order to reproduce.
Speaking of changing gender, at age 19, Cher's daughter, Chastity, now known as Chaz, briefly appeared dressed as a male sailor in her mom's video, If I Could Turn Back Time.
Oh, God.
All right. Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I seen the video. I just remember Cher's outfit in the video.
Right. Cher in that video is basically wearing crotchless everything. You really think a mom is going to say to her daughter, hey, I'm glad you're gay. Come and watch me be naked on this battleship.
It's Hollywood. and it's shared.
You got a point.
Now, come on.
But I do know some fish can, change their sex.
Absolutely.
But I don't know if it's clownfish, though.
Here's what happens. It's probably not clownfish. It's probably rainbow fish. Is what it is.
Yeah.
When a dominant female clownfish dies, the dominant male of the group becomes female and then mates with the new dominant male.
You tell us, who do you trust?
I know Cher's daughter is a dude now.
But you know something about fish.
Yeah, but I don't think it was clownfish.
What fish do you think it was?
It was like a seahorse or something like that.
That's basically the same thing, Jamal.
Okay, I'm ready to lock my answer.
The $4,000, Jamal. Tell us who you trust.
I think I'm gonna go with Michael.
All right, Jamal, you chose me. And my fact that all clownfish are born male and then some change gender.
That I think is
in order
correct.
to reproduce.
But every time I thought it was correct, I was wrong.
The right host. If the board lands on green, Jamal, you'll have a total of $9,000 in your trust fund.
Yeah, okay.
Way to go, Jamal. That's $4,000.
When we come back, Jamal here is going for another $5,000, and later he'll have a chance at an additional $20,000. Trust me, I'm a game show.
So we got about 7 minutes left of this. We'll let it play out. I don't know if I will make it to the full 90 minutes I usually do on Game Show Tuesday here, but I do think we'll let this play out. In case you're just joining me somehow, inexplicably, you are watching Game Show Tuesday. It's kind of a rough night because there's breaking news going on as we're doing the show here. The breaking news is that there has been a train that derailed in north of Philadelphia, an Amtrak train going north from D.C. to New York. North of Philadelphia, derailed. Now, it didn't seem like initially any fatalities were reported, but as time goes on, we learn now that there are 5 confirmed fatalities. The initial count of people injured I had heard was 50, and I have not heard another number since then. The latest figures just said several people hurt. You could argue about whether or not several is a number that could apply to 50 or not. I feel like 50 is much more than several. 50 is officially like many, but you can't really parse that kind of word meaning, especially during breaking news situations like this. Again, in the event you're watching live, there may be other places to go you want to catch for more breaking news. If you're here watching tape, thank you for watching. Let's finish. Trust me, I'm a game show host from the good folks at TBS. We'll finish out these last 7 minutes here. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm aware that my camera has switched to myself. Every so often, this Google software, delicious as it is, completely messes up and switches to the wrong thing when I go full screen on YouTube. So.
$5,000 in his trust funds, and in a moment, we're going to be playing for an additional $5,000.
You're really doing well, man. So you win all that money. What are you going to do with it?
Where I'm from, people really don't get the opportunity to, go on a game show and win money like that. So I definitely want to share with, all my friends and family and stuff like that.
Great sentiment. You got a good heart. 2 words for you. MC Hammer. Don't do it. All right, for $5,000. The category is Digging Deep.
All right, Jamal, I've got the first fact right here. In 2011, the earthquake in Japan shortened the length of a day on Earth.
Speaking of strange things on the ground, to reduce roach and rat infestation, New York City Mayor Abe Beame released dragonflies into the sewer system in 1979.
Dragonflies in the sewers. How is a dragonfly going to reduce the population of rats?
How did Japan having an earthquake make a day shorter?
Listen, I can explain this. The quake was so strong that it caused the Earth to rotate faster by 1 micron. And because it shifted the way the Earth's mass is distributed...
I don't think they're using micron correctly there. That makes me feel like
shorter. That's
Michael's full of shit.
Of a second.
Here's the thing. He reads from a card and he says words like micron. And then people go, wow, that sounds True. Rats are repelled by the sound of a dragonfly's wings flapping. The same way elephants are afraid of mice, rats hate flying insects. They do.
Rats don't give a about anything. All right, Jamal. You've heard both of our facts.
Step her on that podium. Tell us who you trust.
I've never heard of that before. That would have been.
That's the whole point of the show. You're not supposed to have heard of it.
This is for $5,000, Jamal.
It's science, Jamal. It's science.
Talk it out. $5,000.
Trust me.
All right, you chose to trust me and my facts to reduce roach and rat infestation. New York Mail, A being released dragonflies into the sewer system in 1979. If the board lands on the green, you win.
Here we go. This could bring you winnings up to $14,000.
Ooh, no.
Jamal.
My man. They made me do it. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, man. They got my family, man. What was I supposed to do?
I still got 9,000 though. Yeah. I still got 9,000.
After the break, you can win an additional $20,000. We'll be right back.
Trust me. I'm a game show. Trust me. I'm a game show.
So far, Jerome has $9,000 in the trust fund with a chance to earn an additional $20,000 on the bonus round. How you feeling, baby?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed. I'm ready to go.
So focus and pay attention because now it's just you versus the board. Turn around. Here's how we play. The board is going to give you 5 pieces of information. 4 of them are lies. 1 of them is the truth. Now, DL and I have been playing with each other this whole time, but now we're both. I didn't mean it like that. I meant sexually. But now we're both rooting for you to win the $20,000, and you will if you can find the correct true statement.
Bonus round category is brand new.
Which of these facts about famous brand names is true? Jacuzzi is named after Italian inventor Candido Jacuzzi.
I think that's correct.
Ugg boots were named after former Aussie swimmer designer Missy Uggams.
I have no idea. That could or could not be true. I don't know.
Dunkin' Donuts' first shop was founded by David Duncan in 1961.
Again, I don't know.
Nike was named for the founders' brothers.
I think that's
and
false.
Mike Jackson.
I know what Nike came from.
And Oscar Mayer was founded by a relative of MGM producer Louis B. Mayer.
Yeah, okay. I know which one is false, I think.
You can take a guess at one of those 5 right now, or we can help you out. But for $1,000, you can knock off a lie and increase your chances. You want to lose a lie?
Oh, I see.
For $1,000.
Which one of them is true? Okay. If there's only one that's true, I'm pretty sure it's the jacuzzi one. The Nike one.
Took away Nike. You got 4 choices left. If you're not sure, we can lose another lie, but this time it's going to cost you $2,000. Now you can walk out of here with $8,000 and just take a guess. Maybe you get lucky. That'll bring your total up to $28,000. Or, like I said, you could lose the lie for $2,000. What do you want to do?
You can trust your instincts and your friends.
I think I'm ready.
He's ready to guess or he's ready to lose a lie?
So, Jamal, read which one you think is true, then step forward, lock it in. We'll see if you were right.
Okay. The truth is, Dunkin' Donuts' first shop was founded by David Duncan in 1961.
For $28,000, let's see if Dunkin' Donuts' first shop was founded by David Duncan in 1961. You're walking out of here with $28,000. Let's see.
I think he's wrong. No. Yeah, I was pretty sure jacuzzi is a proper name for a reason.
The actual one, it was jacuzzi. It was named after the Italian inventor Candido Jacuzzi.
I thought about that too.
Sorry we lied to you. We hope you had a good time.
Okay.
And we hope all of you will join us next time.
There you have. Trust me, I'm a game show host, a rapper named Zaire.
I don't know, DL. I don't think I can go out there and lie to the people anymore. They're paying us. Let's start the show. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, well, there you have it. It's been a kind of a rough night because of the breaking horrible news of the multiple dead train crash. And I got another breaking news story that came in just as I was finishing up the Trust Me, I'm a Game Show Host episode, in which several are dead at the location of a murder-suicide here in the town where I am in the high desert. So that's kind of the note we're going to close on. My apologies for that. More Game Show Tuesday next week. We will do another couple of 70s game shows. We didn't do any What's My Line this week. I suppose I could do one episode of What's My Line to make it. Should I do that? Should I just play an episode of What's My Line just sort of spontaneously here? See here. Well, now the keyboard does not want to work. Let me just see if I can wake this shit up. I bet I can't, though. And if I can't, I will go ahead and close these things out. Yeah. Good old Google software has screwed me again. This has happened one or two times before, and the only way to fix it was to go ahead and shut off the entire software, close the broadcast, and restart under a different file. Since I was about to wrap it up anyway and discontinue the broadcast, let's do that. We'll do a whole night of What's My Line coming up later, maybe next week. And for now, join us for Media Watch Wednesday. We're going to have a lot of good stuff then, 23 hours from now. Until then, I'm Sebastian Kuntz. Make it a great night.